This is Writing the Lights Out. My name is P.T. Hylton. Let's talk writing. So things are going well in the world of P.T. Hylton. I've got my next novel, which is the sequel to Regulation 19, is out to some beta readers now. I think I mentioned that last time. So that's getting some great feedback on that. Real interesting stuff. What I wanted to talk about today is productivity. So I was kind of inspired by a post that John L. Monk had made, and then also a post that Kristen McKinley had made, where they're kind of posting their word counts for the week and the month, respectively, and kind of pulling back the curtain on some of that. So I wanted to talk. I love that kind of stuff. I'm a big productivity nerd. I love ways to become more productive. My favorite app is this task management app named Wunderlist. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm going to talk today about productivity. For some people, who just aren't interested in that stuff, and you're like, hey man, just let me do my art in my own pace. Fine, totally cool. I understand that. For me though, I'm always kind of looking for ways to be more productive. So I'm going to share 3 ways that I'm using to become more productive, and maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. It's just stuff that works for me, or it seems to work for me so far anyway. So 3 things that I'm doing. Number 1, I've got a production calendar. So if you think about pretty much every magazine, every publisher, every publication, they have some sort of production calendar where if they look 3 months down the line at the calendar, they're going to know what's coming out on a certain date. They're going to know what they're going to be doing then. They don't just fly by the seat of their pants. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. I've got a production calendar for the rest of 2014. I actually made it back in March, and I've been sticking to it so far. And every single week, I just have an item on there as far as what I'm supposed to be doing that week. I know when books are going to be coming out through the end of the year, and I don't have daily stuff on there, but I have weekly. That's important to me, is that I have the freedom to the whole week to do whatever I'm supposed to do that particular week, but I do have that accountability of having to get it done within the week. It's also nice too, because if my wife comes to me and says, hey, let's go visit some out of town family on the week of November 16th, I can look ahead of my calendar and say, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be 48,000 words into Deadlock Book 3 by then. I'm going to shuffle some stuff around so I don't miss that deadline. I can see really far in advance. I've got a tentative version of the calendar for 2015. I haven't nailed that down yet for sure, but sometime this fall, probably in September, I'll lock that in for the next year. So that's one way that I'm trying to kind of get serious about things, treat it more like a business, is by having a production calendar with goals for every single week and sticking to it. So that's one. Number 2 is to overlap projects. So if you use beta readers, and if you use an editor, which you should do both of those, if you do that stuff, you're going to have some lag time during your projects when you're not going to be actively writing. So now, like I mentioned, A Place Without Shadows is out to my beta readers, and I've got a few weeks where I can't really be actively working on the project. Now I could be going in and tweaking things here and there and making it a little better all the time. But what I want to do instead of that is I've overlapped the projects so that these weeks while the beta readers are reading that book, I'm starting my next book. And I'm not doing the Deadlock Series Book 3 yet, because I want to work really hard on this book that I'm doing over the next few weeks, and there's still things that could change with the second book, the book that the beta readers are reading now. So if the ending completely changes, I don't want to have to throw out all the stuff that I'm working on now for this other book. So I'm starting a new series, real excited about it. Starting working on that book. I started yesterday, actually. So that's going well. So that's tip number 2, is to overlap projects. So when there's downtime in one, you can be working on the other one, and you're always working hard on one project or the other. The third tip is to plan for the worst. So when I was doing that production calendar, I didn't put in there that the assumption that I would send A Place Without Shadows out to beta readers, and they would all say, wow, that was great. Well done, sir. Well done. Golf clap for you. And that would be it. No, I scheduled in time assuming that they hated it, hated some huge aspects of it, and I just realized suddenly that there's major problems with it, and I'm going to have to redo a lot of it. That's my assumption and my production calendar. So I put in enough time that if that's the case, I have time to fix that stuff without totally destroying my calendar and having to throw it all out the window. So I think it's important to plan for that stuff, and also just the stuff in life that comes up. There's a reason that I don't have goals every single day. I have weekly goals because I know that on a day by day basis things come up and I can't get as much done as I hope sometimes. But over the course of a week, I should be able to meet those goals. So those are my 3 tips: production calendar, um, overlapping projects, and when you're doing your production calendar and you're scheduling, plan for the worst. So that's going to do it for me. I don't know if that helps you at all, or if you have some productivity tips. I would love to hear it. Like I said, I'm a big nerd for that kind of stuff, so leave that in the comments below. That's going to do it for this time. Head to pthylton.com. Got some cool stuff coming in the near future. I just posted my June book reviews, my reviews of the books I read in June, so you can go check that out. I will talk to you next time, and until then, keep writing the lights out.